So last weekend we made a video and we had this part that we needed to get for Darla, but we have it finally. It's just these two little hose clamps, or two little hose plugs and the clamp. Luckily today we have Grace, and she is going to be the master engineer in putting all of this on. As Grace is putting in work over here, we're just going to put our little cap on. I think it goes right there, just like that. Just we're going to slide this over, and whenever she's done, we're just gonna tighten it all up, right, Grace?
Sure.
Nice. I think I have completely lost Grace in this procedure, so I think I'm gonna have to take over and actually finish it while she's making her I smell bitch TikTok. So I can't lie, I posted one earlier, so no hate, but I'll finish it. Enjoy your time. I gave her the old good tug and now she's coming out. Now all I gotta do, I gotta put this little cap thing and the little holy hole thing down there. Hey! I appreciate all the massive help, because you did actually do good. Pound it. It looks so much more cleaner. And just without having this huge tube. Oh, we can take this off too. We don't need that no more. Alright guys, so now that we got the sound tube completely deleted out of Darla, one, the engine bay looks so much cleaner, and two, now we can get into the actual video. Which one is better for you, S197 or S550? Now, honestly, at the end of the day, it is a complete personal preference on what the car is going to be used for, whether it's going to be a daily or not. But today we're going to be discussing it and helping you guys decide which Mustang is best for you. Now obviously, if you guys do not know, an S197 is from 2005 to 2014. For the Coyote S197 is 2011 to 2014. Now the Gen 2s are that's when S550s completely started happening. Those are from currently it is 2015 through 2023, and then the 2024 ones that are just getting ready to come out, those are going to be called the S650. When it comes to modifying your car, there goes so many different ways. So we're not even going to bring modifications into this video about any other cars. We're just going to talk completely stock, talking buying stock. So all the modifications done in Darla, they're not even going to be existing no more in this video. And same with the S550. Now currently we do not own an S550 simply because we can't afford it. And to be honest, I don't really want one right now. There are many reasons why I do not own an S550, but there are also many reasons why I do own an S197. And I'm going to point out a lot of those factors, and I don't want you guys to think I'm being biased or anything. Now, I do personally think that the S197s are keen over Mustangs. Personally, that's just how I feel. That's just how I look at it. And if you sit there and you see a Mustang, in my eyes, this is what comes to your mind. You guys don't see the newer body styles. The S197s by far has the looks down to it. No matter what, even if you are S550 fanboy, you guys have got to give it to me. The S197s, they do just look way more aggressive throughout the entire car. Remember guys, at the end of the day, this all does come down to personal preference. I'm not bashing on any S550s or any Mustang name. I love all Mustangs, and I'm not going to diss on any of them. I'm just simply giving my personal opinion on what I think is best for you guys. And at the end of the day, it is personal preference for you guys too. What do you guys like better? What do you guys don't like? What it comes down to pricing, what you guys can afford, what you guys are going to be using it for, if you guys are going to build it, if you guys are going to keep it stock, if you guys are going to daily, if you guys are not going daily. Now, all that stuff, you can do anything that you guys want with any Mustang. But there are some factors that play in to the Mustangs that make it just the slightest bit, make it a little bit easier just to get things done with the cars. And the first thing is drivability. The drivability of an S550 is far more better than S197. Now, that comes in many different ways. So, obviously, if you guys were going to be daily in a car or going on long road trips, maybe like a couple hours, 10 hours, and just any kind of road trip, the S550 will probably fit you better, just because of they have Magna Ride. Well, not all of them have Magna Ride. We'll start with the Gen 2s, just to go from there and just count all of them like that. They have independent rear suspension. That makes it a lot more giving and forgiving. They makes it a lot more giving and comfortable just the drivability. It's way more better. It's way more versatile, and it's it's a lot more dailyable than an S197. Going into the S197 platform, you guys know that the S197s, they do not have IRS. They do not have any independent rear suspension. It is a solid straight axle, which makes it more, I just had a bug fly in my eye, which makes it more of a raw power feel. I guess that's how I could say it. It just makes it feel like it's planted to the ground real hard, and just makes the car feel way more as a muscle car than it should, instead of more of a daily car, which you can still daily this car. I don't daily it just because I do have another car and I don't want to take this to my job every day, but if I could daily this car, I would. And it's a big factor comes from the noise. That early in the morning, we have neighbors, I don't want to wake them up. But the S197, they have a rear solid axle, which makes the car feel a lot more raw, and you just, I don't know, in my eyes, you feel like you're in that true muscle car, which in my eyes, if you are going for a Mustang, you guys want that muscle car feel, which fits this car just perfectly. Not only does the S197 give you much of a more muscular feel while driving this muscle car, but it's really light on the pocket, which comes to the second point, is pricing. Now you guys know that the pricing on the S197 is in between, well, along with the S550s, they are a huge difference. The S197s, you guys are probably looking right around 15 to 25,000, depending on a lot of the submodel, the spec on the car, how many miles it has, the condition the paint's in. Now, there's a lot of things that factor into when you're looking at pricing, but as with the S550s, all of them are just huge up in inflation right now. I'm pretty sure the 2023s are right around, I don't know, I think right around 40 to 50 grand right now. So it's really hard to find one that's like just fits that budget perfectly. Now, in the end, you do end up getting more than what you pay for. One, the car will handle a lot more power. If you guys end up building it, it's a lot more dailyable as a car. It's a lot more modern than the S197s. But with how cheap these cars are, it is not impossible to rearrange the entire modern ability of these S197s. Now, they are kind of an older fashioned interior, I guess you could say, but there's a lot of things you can do that aren't that expensive that you guys can get for these cars to transform the entire car to make them look almost identical to an S550 interior. Now, just like my car, I don't have the entire interior done, but I do just have the Dyna Performance flat bottom carbon fiber steering wheel. We do not have we can do a whole carbon fiber dash, and we can do a Dyna 8 Pro Apple CarPlay center console unit. But as of right now, that's not really on my head, so I haven't done it. But those are just things you guys can do to match the S550. Now, I also hear people saying, oh, why would you spend all that money to just make, I don't know, a replica S550 interior when you can just buy an S550? Well, that all comes down to pricing, you know. For the carbon fiber, I'm just gonna say you can spend right around $2 grand for the steering wheel, the shift knob, the whole dash and everything, maybe around $2,000, and another $800 for the head unit. But when you're looking at an S550, if you're just for the interior, you're paying thousands on top of that just to get that interior. Now, I'm not bashing on pricing, but I am saying that the S197s are definitely in the ballpark for being budget friendly. Now, going to the S550 side, there are things that the S550 is way better at than the S197 will ever be better at. And remember, guys, we are still talking stock. If you guys took a stock S197 with a stock S550 Gen 3 or Gen 2, whichever one, and you guys took it to an autocross tournament or an autocross event, or taking it to the track, you guys will see that the S550 will handle just way farther expected. It'll just hit out of the park compared to the S197. The S197 won't do as good. It still will do fairly well, but it won't do near as good as an S550 just because of the fact of the IRS versus the solid rear axle. Now, if you guys, that can also play differences when you take it to a drag strip. A drag strip, you guys will have way more luck and have more of that raw power straight to put straight to the ground with the solid axle on a drag strip, just because you're going to that straight line speed. But on a road course, S550 definitely hits it out of the park. Never owned an S550 Mustang, but I can't say I've never driven them or ridden in them. Now, whenever you're even driving them or even riding them, it is a night and day difference coming out of an S197 being put into a stock S550. It is a night and day difference. The drivability is better. How comfortable it is way better. Now, I'm not saying these cars are not comfortable, and they cannot be comfortable. You guys can make them just as comfortable, but then again, you're putting modifications into the car to make it just as comfortable as an S550 should be. But at the end of the day, you guys do end up getting exactly what you pay for. At the end of the day, you guys do know what you guys will want. You guys know what you guys will do. But I don't know. I can't really tell you. I wish I could feel what the difference in the cars are in the videos, and that would actually make it a lot easier with a whole bunch of people. But if I can give you guys my best honest opinion is coming straight out of my bias. I think the S197s will always be king of Mustangs, but at the same time, other people might not think that. They could think the Fox body would be the king of Mustangs, which in fact it kind of is, but just hearing Mustang and hearing the sound of one, it just looks like it'd be coming straight from this car. And I remember saying this the first day I got my exhaust, and then my first exhaust video, I remember saying that exact thing. But if I can give you guys my honest opinion, I would go to a dealership or whoever and just test drive both and see what you guys equally fall in love with, because at the end of the day, you guys do pay. It's not an insane amount for a car, but it is a lot of money for a car. So I definitely do all your research on the cars and find out what you guys like better. Comment down below and tell me what you guys have or what you guys end up getting. I hope this helped you guys, and as of always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. That's right, boys. She has her hands looking like this, so mine can look like this.